Hey there, hope you're doing well. In this video, I'm going to share something that I've been wanting to do for the longest time, and I have been doing it a little bit, like really half-heartedly in the background, and I've decided that maybe I should start doing it in public, right? Like this whole concept of building in public, right? Starting my social media, or I guess I could say content creation journey, right? Get a content creation journey going. And this would probably be a good way to help me, stay a little bit accountable, like what I've been doing with the YouTube videos, right? On the 1st of December, right, 2024, I had, I've been posting a YouTube video every single day, nonstop, without fail, and I've been pretty public about that, like sharing, like sharing my progress, the day, how often I post and stuff like that. Well, it's every day, right? And then there were some spurts or little periods where I was posting more than once a day. But now I've decided that, you know what, I'm going to take this, branch this outside of YouTube to some of the other social media platforms that I've been wanting to grow, right? And so I said, you know what, after having done 100 days of YouTube, and I'm going to continue with my YouTube, right? Why not start, now that I've kind of got a hang of what I have going on YouTube, why not also try to do something similar with some of the other social media platforms that I have been on with this particular, with this whole, the I Am Christian M, I guess brand, so to speak, or whatever, take it from, do something similar with the other channels. That will actually, I think it will help me at least commit to doing the work, right? Because I have been doing it so half-heartedly, right? The only thing that I've really committed to, and gone pretty much all out on is YouTube, right? So I think it's time for me to, at least also as a way to like kind of like speed up my, let's just say my growth online. Let's just put it that way, right? By the way, if you would like to do so, if you would like to learn how to do this type of stuff, check out the first link in the description below this video. It will show you how to get started selling digital products, right? That you create as your own, as the owner, or selling other people's digital products, right? And the main way in which this would be done would be with growing social media platforms, like what I'm looking to do right now, okay? Like looking to do publicly, like, right, build in public, as they say, okay? And, thus far it has all been YouTube. And just to give you a baseline, I will show you some of the other social media platforms that I know for sure that I'm openly going to be working on and showing progress. And this is one of those I don't even like, some might say, well, I'm cheating or gaining an advantage by sharing them here on this channel, because some people here might watch and then go follow me on those other social media platforms. So it's not really organic. And, the growth on those channels might not necessarily be organic to what I'm doing on those other social media platforms. But in this particular case, I'm not really bothered about it that much, because it's not like I have a big enough following here on YouTube that would really tip the scale and make that much of a difference, if you understand what I mean, right? So we'll go ahead. This is what I've gone, like, what is this, 100 as of the end of yesterday. That's been 100 days straight of posting every single day on YouTube. Okay. So now, going forward, I'm going to start posting on some of my other social media platforms. That's, I'd start in the past. And here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. This is great for beginners or anybody interested in, seeing what this could possibly be like, right? 100 disclaimer, right? I'm no expert, right? I'm no expert at this stuff. As a matter of fact, I would actually go as far as saying that I actually suck at a lot of this stuff, right? I've never been good at, like growing followings on Instagram. I've never been any of the social media platforms. I've never been good at Instagram, never been good on TikTok. And you'll see that as I show you the profiles right now. never really been good on Facebook. None of them, right? There's not really one that I can say I've actually been good at, right? My best, I guess where I would, and I wouldn't even consider myself good at it, but where I have like a pretty good, comfortable feel or handle of how things work is really only on YouTube, and I'm not even doing that great, right? I would I'd never go anywhere and say that I'm some kind of YouTube expert, right? I'm still figuring it out, and I'm doing it publicly, right? So I don't, I'm not afraid to say that that I'm not an expert. I'm not going to pretend to be some kind of know-it-all or knows how to do all the different things on the different social media platforms, that is out there trying to, like act like, hey, I'm the source, right? I'm not that, okay? I'm just a regular individual just like you. And here's the thing, right? Here's the idea. Like, if I do all this and it works out, there's definitely a product in there, right? Like a digital product that I can create showing exactly what I like, how maybe some of the strategies that I use to do what I'm doing. And again, I'm one of those type of people that values, time over money, so to speak, right? So in a lot of instances, I would have bought like some kind of guide or tutorial or a course or something that that will help speed the process of learning how to use some of these platforms for the purposes of marketing, right? For the purposes of gaining a following that would lead to sales and conversions and all that type stuff, right? It's not just to be on social media for the sake of being on social media, right? This is generating content that, with the hopes of it turning, with the intent, I shouldn't say the hopes, with the intent of the content being created, to produce sales, right? And it'll be something that as it happens, right, as it happens, I'll share everything that's going on. So as someone who has been, especially if you're someone who might be like, say, maybe skeptical about how all this stuff works, or if you doubt, if you lack confidence, and, you see like this individual that is just like you, right, just knew this stuff, not really good at, hopefully it might encourage some, right? So let's go look at some of the profiles that I have at the moment. Okay, so one of the biggest ones, I think this is probably, like possibly second to YouTube, right? It's just that I've not gotten my YouTube to a level at which it could, had like where you could really see its full potential. But the more I learn about Instagram, right? So let's go to my Instagram profile right now. Here it is. Okay. So the more I learn about Instagram, the more I understand it, the more I start to realize how powerful of a marketing tool it really is. Okay. Like Instagram, it's like a platform like no other. YouTube is great as well, right? YouTube is its own animal. It's its own beast, right? But Instagram is actually pretty strong too. Now, this is I've got the same name, right? I am Christian M, right? Thus far, I've only posted, and I'm just showing you this. So if you want to go look up the channel, you can. Look up my Instagram profile. You can go check it out if you want to follow. Great, but at the time of this recording, I only have. So I'm starting off at, let's say, 28 posts. Okay. 46 followers, and it doesn't matter who I'm following, right? Because that's not what matters, right? It's the followers, right? And it's just one of those things that I've been so inconsistent at, right? So I'm not afraid to call myself out here in terms of maybe not doing the work, not doing the things that I need to do, right, in order to see the results that I might necessarily be looking to get from a place like Instagram, right? So that's it. You can see it right there, 28%. And I'm going to look to start posting more frequently on here, right? Ideally, in a perfect world, if I did everything that I was supposed to, everything that I was able to do, I would want to be posting at least 3 times a day here on Instagram. Whether or not that's going to happen is yet to be seen. But at the very minimum, I should be able to commit to at least 1 post a day, right? So that's just like I've been doing on YouTube. I'm gonna look to see if I can at the very minimum start posting at least once a day on Instagram, but obviously I'm going to aim for more. Okay. And I will document how much I'm posting, like quantity and what it's resulting, just like kind of like what I've been doing on YouTube, right? I will document, how, like all the different posts that I've made and, the quantity of posts I'm making and what kind of results is bringing me in terms of like followers and all that type of stuff. And, I guess at some point we'll get, if I, start generating leads and all that type of stuff. But Instagram it's a really, really, really powerful tool. You might, if someone that's more experienced, you'll be like, duh, right? Okay. But, with all the different things you can do with Instagram, from the stories, right? Stories are extremely powerful, right? That's, the little, I guess some other places call them like highlights or updates or whatever, but these are just little snippets. I don't know if it's 20, 30 seconds or whatever it is that you want to be posting every single day in your stories, right? Like if it, 5 to 6 times a day, essentially is the type thing, is the type of thing you want to get going. And that's where a lot of the selling happens. That's one thing that I did not understand. I really did not understand before, when it comes to Instagram. I just thought, and I just thought it was just a matter of like posting, on the feed, right? And putting in a caption and, and then, with some kind of call to action and stuff like that, which, yeah, you need to do those things, but there's a lot more. Okay. There's a lot more to it, right? There's some other things that I should probably have here, like highlights and all that type of stuff. So it's a work in progress, and I'm gonna, I'm learning how to do all this stuff. So Instagram is, I feel like Instagram is probably gonna be my number 2, like second most powerful platform, second to YouTube, and maybe it might turn out to be my most powerful. I don't know. So we'll see. And then the next one, which is Instagram's little cousin, or I guess little brother, little sister, whatever you want to call it, is Threads. Okay, so this is, as a matter of fact, you can even see that's my Threads handle right there. And this is another place which is great for people who don't want to deal with posting videos and they just want to, especially if you don't necessarily want to always be on camera, you just want to go text based, right? Threads is another extremely powerful place that I've been overlooking, and I did say I was going to go all in on Threads, and this is where now, going forward now, I'm really going to go at it. I'm only at, as of the time of this recording, I'm only at 68 followers, okay? And this is the one thing that I've seen that is extremely good about Threads that I've seen as well, right? The more I noticed that, the more followers the more I was active on Threads, the more I started gaining followers even on Instagram, right? Without doing anything on Instagram. A lot of the most recent followers I've gotten from Instagram are people that followed me on Threads and then went on to follow me on Instagram, right? So I'm just looking at that combination right there. As powerful as as powerful as Instagram is, Threads is really good. It's also quite powerful, but you get the double effect of getting people to follow you on Threads who then go to follow you on Instagram, and then now you have all the tools, the powerful tools that Instagram has in terms of like those stories, and then like integrate. I even forgot about ManyChat, right? This is like an automated automated responses to comments on Instagram. Like, it's just, the more and more I learn about it, it's like the more I feel like, man, I've really been sleeping on some really powerful stuff there. Okay. So Threads is going to be the one. So these are the ones that I'm really committing to posting, having something going on them every single day, right? Every single day, a minimum of something, right? Over time, I will eventually learn and see how much I'm able to do, right? Fit in a single day, right? Because I've already got my stuff going on YouTube, then see how things go on Instagram, and then with Threads. So these are going to be like my non-negotiables every single day, right? I got to put out something on YouTube. That has been going on 100, and I'm going to continue doing that. I'm gonna aim for doing stuff on Instagram at least 3 times a day, but at the very minimum once, right? Same with Threads. Threads is a little bit more forgiving in terms of like how much, because it's just written text, right? And it's not, we're not even talking like long essays or anything like that. This is just little simple, simple little text message, not text messages, like text based content that you would put up. Okay. If you want to go take a look at some of the posts that I've already been putting thus far to, get myself to 68 followers on Threads, you can go check that out as well. And then the last place that I'm looking to add is another non-negotiable. Actually, there might be two more, but the one that I know for sure is going to be another non-negotiable is TikTok. Okay. So again, TikTok is one of those. I know there's a lot of bots and stuff on here as well, but TikTok is a place I've off of just one post that I had made. Like maybe this is a post that's probably even a year old or even 2 years old. I don't know. And off of that one post, I've got 63 followers. But all the followers I've gotten, they haven't necessarily come from that one post. I think they're more from, I've noticed with a lot of bot nonsense on TikTok. If I follow other people, like the 74 different people that I'm following, if I follow somebody else there, I've noticed a lot of, I want to say scam accounts that are copies of, mimicking the people that I am following. They go, these are scam accounts that, pretend to be the people that I'm following, that come and follow me with the hopes that I follow them back, and then they try to, either try to scam me or promote whatever it is that they're trying to promote, that's like, for me, those are like some of the lowest of the low. I don't know why people would do that. Why not just, I guess I can understand why they do that, but it's just so unethical. It's not, the reason I say I can understand is like they're just basically ripping other people's content, maybe because they don't want to create their own content. So they're just ripping, literally copying exact same videos and creating, other accounts and trying to impersonate other people. And then trick you into thinking that that's the real person that you're following. And then they try to sell you whatever, it's like crypto, whatever nonsense that they're doing. I'm only sharing this with you just so that you should be aware, right? That is something that goes on TikTok. So TikTok's another platform, I'll just be, obviously with all of these, I'll be figuring it out as I go, right? And we'll see how that goes. The interesting thing about TikTok is, which, tends to be like kind of a little bit of an annoyance maybe to a lot of people, is the fact that you have to have at least I think it's 1,000 followers before you can have like a link in the description of your, like link in bio, something like that, right? For now, the only thing I can put in there might be clickable links or links that connecting my other social media accounts, right? So kind of like YouTube, but on TikTok, it's a lot easier. I do know it's a lot easier from other accounts, faceless accounts that I've had and dealt with in the past in other niches. On TikTok, I know it is a lot easier to acquire those 1,000 followers than it is to get 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So that's gonna be quite interesting. So we'll see how. So this is where I am now with TikTok. I'm at 63 followers. That's where I am right now with TikTok. Okay. I did mention that there are some other platforms that I may be considering. Facebook might be one of. Yeah, Facebook is probably is going to be one. So that would actually put me at 5. So those will be the 5, I'll say. And Facebook. So what do we have? We've got YouTube already going, right? Instagram, that's 2. Threads is 3, and then I just mentioned TikTok, that's 4. And then Facebook would be 5, right? So Facebook would be 5, and it'll just be similar kind of stuff, right? And the reason I'm looking at places that, some of like stuff like Facebook, because a lot of the content that I create on YouTube can be repurposed on and used on places like Facebook and TikTok, and because I believe TikTok allows longer form videos now, which is something that I haven't seen as much, right? So I haven't seen other people doing it. And I know they say there's no need to try and reinvent the wheel, right? Just do what works already, right? Which is short form content, what a lot of people are doing. But hey, it doesn't hurt me to just, it doesn't cost me anything really. It doesn't take any time whatsoever. It's the same video I've already created on YouTube. I'm just gonna it'll take me like what, 5 seconds to just come upload it here on TikTok as well. But obviously I'm also gonna create content. I'm also gonna create content that is more specific, that is more what's the word, more oriented or dedicated to, you know, the way the TikTok platform works anyway. Okay, so that's that. And then there will, you know, if there are any other platforms, you know, once I get done with all of my, you know, like my daily non-negotiable bits of work that I have to do, if I find that I've still got a little bit of time, and there's some other social media platforms that I've been, you know, there's some other ones that I've been curious about, interested in, just maybe untapped, and I'll just try. But those will be ones that I mess with only after I've done everything I need to do for the day with the main ones that I've talked about, right? So we'll start trying to grow followings on all those other platforms, and then as we progress, start looking into, again, like I always mentioned, the really important thing here is to getting people off of these platforms to your own email list, right? So I will be doing this in public, right? So this is not like I'm hiding the social media platforms that I'm using. I'll do it in public so you can see the amount of work I'm doing, what it's resulting in, and whether it's in terms of followers, right, in terms of analytics and even sales. We'll talk about all of that, you know, what that's all leading to. So should be pretty interesting, should be pretty exciting. If that is stuff that you're interested in, if you're curious to know what it is, what it would be like if you started, even better, like rather than just watch me, right, rather than just watch me, why not start your own as well, right, and get it going. You're curious to know what kind of product you want to be promoting or what you need to be going at, as I mentioned, just check out that first link in the description below this video. It'll teach you, give you a little more in-depth training, showing you exactly what to do in order to monetize these platforms, right? And it's pretty much going to show you exactly the same way that I'm going to be doing it, right? With the whole idea of, you know, setting up, you know, like some kind of funnel, collecting leads, following up with emails, right, and you know, and generating sales with different affiliate products, right, stuff that the people who subscribe would find useful and helpful to whatever it is that they're trying to do. Okay, thank you ever so much for taking the time to watch, and I will catch you in my next video. Ciao.